남자입니다. 안녕하세요 여러분들. 범이다 범. 이제 얼마나 상쾌한 범의 아침인데요. 오늘은 뭐 10도? 13도? 13도? 15도 정도? Welcome to a spring morning. At last, a beautiful cloudy day, which is why I'm out in my neighborhood park. About 13 to 15 degrees Celsius right now. So I'm no longer wearing my paddings. Very few people are wearing paddings. See, no more paddings. No more paddings. And on a beautiful cloudy day like this, I take the opportunity to really show you guys around a little bit. And today I'm showing you guys my neighborhood park, the Abasak Park. Basically the park nearest to my home. It's a really big park. Let's take a look. Even the basketball court. There's a basketball court over there. I hear birds chirping. And no high-rise buildings. Fresh air. And nobody around this Thursday morning. Very quiet in the park today. Very, very quiet. Like nobody's around. Like I'm the only person around. It's crazy. Let's take a walk around. I don't want to do this walk yet, because later on when my regular viewers are on, then they're gonna miss it all. Then they're gonna do it all over again. So right now I'm just gonna sit here and then do the walk when we hit about the peak viewership for the day. Right now I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy listening to the birds. Oh, wow, there's even cherry blossoms, pokot or sakura right here. Wow. Yeah. 4월이 되면 벚꽃이지. 꽃이지. April is the season of the cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms all over the world bloom in April. So amazing, how accurate they are. They don't know our calendar, they don't know our clocks, but right on time they will bloom everywhere in the world. Even if there's no 4 seasons, they will still bloom in April, isn't it? So it's just really amazing. Like, it's just 신기하고 신비스러워. 너무 very, very. What's that? Losing my English, man. Oh, I just woke up. You see my sleepy look. Nobody's on today. Okay, no padding anymore. Even just dressed like this. To be honest, dressed up like this, still a little bit cold. 조금 쌀쌀해. 조금 쌀쌀한 날씨야. People are really dressed now. No more winter padding. 근데 말이야, 솔직히 이렇게 입으면 좀 춥긴 추워. Oh, Watanabe-san, hello, welcome. Good Thursday morning. Nice cloudy day today. No sun. That's why I'm out here Today showing you guys my neighborhood park. What a neighborhood park in Turkey looks like here in Istanbul. It's a really big park. So later on, when more people comes around, I show you guys some really amazing things in this neighborhood park. Just 1 minute walk from my place. Oh, hair. I just woke up, yeah. I woke up like what? 25 minutes ago, maybe. Oh, so as you can see, I still have my sleepy look and my morning flu. It's actually still quite cold. 13 to 15 degrees Celsius. No longer in my padding. Very few people in the pad. Not very few. I've not seen a single padding so far passing by. Not even one. 이렇게 날씨가 따뜻해지긴 한데 여전히 막 쌀쌀하고 추워. 이렇게 입으면 안 돼. 진짜로. 이렇게 입으면 추워. 춥긴 추워, 진짜로. So even though it's like spring weather, like 11, like I think 13 to 15 degrees Celsius right now, but wearing just this is still kind of chilly. It's still kind of chilly. Ooh. I don't think I can sit here for an entire hour. It's actually quite kind of chilly. It's kind of cold. There's some really amazing things about this park, especially this thing here. This thing here is the most, to me, the most amazing feature of this park. This thing. What is it? We will discover later on when more of you are around. Watanabe-san, hi Limpeh, how do you feel about your today's, not just today, every day my energy level has been low ever since I moved here. Yeah. Every day, not just today, every day my energy level has been subpar. ever since I moved here. That's why, you know, like even though I can be anywhere in the world, any time I like, I can be traveling, I can be country hopping every day if I want to, but it takes a huge toll on my energy. This is why whenever I settle down somewhere, I try not to move. I try not to move from that place. I try to stay as long as I can. Yeah, because every time I move, every time I change my environment, my energy level takes a huge toll. Ever since I moved here like 4 months ago, I moved here end of December or what, beginning of, basically I moved here in January. Yeah, I can say it that way. It's been like what, 3 months? I've been here for 3 months, January to April. Energy level has been low. Has been super subpar. I've never been able to recover, and for me to recover, I really need to take a break from everything and everyone, and I really need to go into deep retreat, which because of this live stream I've never been able to do so. So I'm right now perpetually stuck in a cycle of very low energy, and due to in no small part the doing of this live stream, because not talking and not interacting, not talking, not using your energy is so important to recovering your energy levels, and it takes a lot of energy to do this live stream. So right now I'm barely in maintenance mode, you know. Oh, this is so cute. Look at that crow. Look at the crow with something in the mouth. It's burying something. What is it doing? It's been fiddling around with that piece of wood. What is it doing? It's been fiddling around with that piece of wood in the mouth. Crows are incredibly clever and sentinel. What is it doing? Why are crows so clever? Do they have like a slightly bigger brain than most other birds? What is it doing? It's coming my way. What is it doing? Oh, there it goes. Very quiet Thursday morning here in the park, the Abasa Park. Watanabe, will energy exercise help you recharge your energy? Yes, you will recharge, but I have to stop the leak. Right now my energy is leaking way too fast for anything to be topped up. People walking through the park. A beautiful Thursday morning. See, exercise or anything, even anti-aging works the same way. It's a matter of input-output. Yeah, you need to input more than the output. Like even anti-aging, you have to be your skin has to be repairing faster than it's damaging. Yeah, so that you maintain, or then you get younger. Energy as well. You have to recover your energy faster than you're using it in order to recover. In fact, honestly, by how I understand about myself, yeah, I would probably need to take at least a 1 whole month break away from, like, just at home, 1 whole month at home, not live streaming, not talking at all, no talking. Talking takes an enormous amount of energy. For those of you who love to talk, you're very likely very low energy most of the time. Okay, talking takes a tremendous amount of energy. So I need to shut myself in at home 1 whole month at least. I've done 3 whole months before. 3 months of no going out, no talking. I've done it before. So I would say make a concession, at least 1 whole month at home, not meeting anyone, not talking to anyone, not doing a live stream, and deeply into my practices and really returning to my center roots, then I'll recover. Right now with this schedule, I will never recover. Especially like I say, every time I move house, every time my environment changes, my energy level takes a huge toll. So I took a big cut of my energy, and then I go through COVID, another big cut of my energy. I moved house. I went through COVID. I went through a very long period of struggle against the COVID after effects, and ever since then, I've not had the time to recover, and I'm still doing my live stream. I'm still using up my energy. So I can see, like, right now I'm stuck in the spiral. I'm stuck in a very destructive cycle. Yeah, I'm not recovering. It takes a very, very, very esoteric lifestyle to really recover and ramp up your energy at a certain optimum level, at least for me. And that lifestyle means away from people, away from communication, not talking to nobody. This amount of talking, like talking non-stop for 1-2 hours a day, is very, very, very bad for me. Especially someone like me who everything I do is based on energy. So this is actually really bad for me. I honestly need some time away from this whole thing to reset. Honestly, I'm actually feeling it very strongly. Need like maybe 1 month away from this whole thing to reset. But the nature of this kind of things is that once you have built it to a certain level, like right now, you take a 1 month break, and everything you have done over the past 147 days becomes for nothing. So I'm trying to find a solution, like how to manage this. That's why I keep saying I really respect all you guys who can on time, on target, and diligently go to work every single day. I just can't do that. I cannot do that. Wow, look at that. People walking their dogs in Bermudas already. 진짜 범이긴 한데 아직도 쌀쌀하고 추워. 뭐 13도에서 15도 정도야. So even though it's spring temperature right now, street dog. You know it's a street dog by the tag on the ear. All street dogs here have a tag on the ear. Grandmother playing with the grandson. Yeah. See, it's 13 to 15 degrees Celsius, but it's actually still quite quiet. Actually, just dressed up like this, I actually feel kind of cold, to be honest. I just woke up. I still have my morning flu. Oh. Watanabe, does this energy consuming rule apply to everyone? People who like to talk may gain energy. I don't know if it applies to anyone. I do not know the experience of life of other people. I was just talking about my experience. I don't know what other people's experience of life is like. Like, I don't know what other people, how life feels like for other people. But you said some people gain energy from communication with others. You're now talking about being extrovert or introvert. That energy you're talking about is nothing to do with the energy. It's a different thing. That even people who love to talk and they think they get energy out of it, they're actually draining their energy. Yes. So you become tired but happy. That so-called energy most people are talking about, right, is more related to being introvert, extrovert, which is in return nothing to do with the energy we're talking about, which is prana. It's more to do with your mood. That thing is more about what makes you happy. Oh, are you happier alone, or are you happier with other people? It's nothing to do with prana. Even those people who think they get energy from communicating with people, in fact, they are just draining their energy but feeling happy about it. There is a difference. scientifically, okay, this, like I keep saying, spirituality is a science of reality. Yeah? Reality and science says that when you talk, you're pushing a lot of air out of your lungs continuously. You're exerting internally continuously, and some languages drain you faster than other languages as well. The fact that you're taking air, processing it through your lungs, and forcefully bringing it out in a certain unnatural rhythm and unnatural force, it takes energy. It takes energy. So biologically, you're using energy already. It's science, you know. It's nothing to do with your mood. that thing people talk about, oh, you gain energy from being alone, or you gain energy from being with other people. It's that thing in MBTI they talk about being introvert, extrovert. And that's more to do with the mood than anything, to be honest. How to know this? Very simple. You take an extrovert person who thinks they get energy from talking to people. Now observe what they do when they're sick. Do they still like to talk? When you're sick, your energy level is abysmal level. You simply do not have the energy to push air out of your lungs continuously. Can they talk? They don't talk. See, right there, you know. They need to shut up and sleep and rest to gain energy, isn't it? Even people who think they're extrovert and they think they get energy from other people. If it is the same energy we're talking about, yeah, then when they're sick, they should be out there in the clubs, discoing. They need to be with more people. They need to be partying with more people to get the energy, right? Isn't it? But that's not so, isn't it? You need to know the distinction. You need to know the distinction between your mood, your emotions, your energy. It's all different. Your body, mind, and energy are all different. Your body will give you a certain emotion. Emotions are physical, yeah? Physical hormones. Your body will give you a certain emotion. Your mind will give you a certain mood, but energy is different. In terms of prana energy, when we say that you have high energy, doesn't mean that you're that's not high energy, you know. In terms of prana energy, when we say someone is high energy, someone could be just like this. You look at all the esoteric monks, all they do is this, but they're extremely high energy. This is their high energy state. This is high energy. This is low energy. Oh? You guys see the distinction now? Most people don't know the distinction, yeah? I'm happy, but my energy level is very low, but I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm no less happy than other people. The energy level do not determine my mood, you know. See, that's why, you know, most people do not know the distinction between your mood and your energy level. Most people are just moody and just swayed around by emotions and your moods. Watanabe, wow, can you talk more about energy level? I watched your previous stream. You very briefly mentioned about there is a difference between meditation and energy level, energy exercise. Yeah, meditation is sunya, energy exercise is kriya. Both are completely different. See, all these English terms, because English people, Western people don't understand esoteric practices. So all these terms get jumbled up. So you have to understand the actual Hindu terms to make sense of this whole thing, okay? Meditation is sunya. But energy level is kriya. Energy action is kriya. Both are completely different practices, even though you're just sitting there. It's like you look at the person, you look at two person cooking, they're both just cooking. But if you know food, if you know how to cook, you say, oh, this person is doing a Belgian cuisine, this person is doing a German cuisine. But for those other people, they are just cooking, isn't it? So for people who don't know, or they're just meditating, but no, they could be doing a sunya, they could be doing a kriya. They're both different. Meditating is different from energy exercise. Meditating is returning to the state, I would say returning to the natural state of human experience of life. Well, kriya, it's building your energy. Both are completely different. One you're experiencing, one you're doing. In sunya, you're experiencing things. In kriya, you're doing things. It's the difference between meditating and energy exercise, is the difference between sitting here enjoying the park and actually building the park. That's the difference. Nobody's around to enjoy the park with me today, so I'm just gonna walk to my favorite place to have a coffee then. Nobody's interested. I'll just go get a coffee then. Actually, I very much prefer just sit down with a coffee and chit-chat, you know. That's why, you know, when this live stream began, the name of this live stream is Coffee Chat, Limpeh's Coffee Chat, you know. Wow, always so beautiful to watch grandparents and grandchildren out playing. Oh shit! Wow, the grandma allowed the kid to run away so far. Wow, the kid's going too far away. Oh, that's too far. The grandparents are here. Kids all the way there. Oh, that's going too far. Turkish people have a extremely high level of risk tolerance. Wow, look at all the trees. These trees are very old. I suspect this park has been built around trees. Rather, these trees were not planted for this park. The positions are not deliberate. They're very random positions, and they are very old. Look at that bonsai over there. That's at least 500 years old, man. This buttress is at least 300 to 500 years old. These pines are old, man. I really like how they build a park around the trees rather than plant trees around a park. So this park is not artificial, no. This park is very natural. I really like this. This is very old. Look at the crease. Look at the crease on these trunks. This is very old, man. This is centuries old. I really love this park for this. This park is so natural. This is a real natural park, you know. Real natural reserve, you know. Really. It's amazing. Let's go grab my coffee. Go grab my coffee. Oh, this street cat here. 3 colors. It's not responsive. Here's a walk through my neighborhood to my coffee place. My house is around that corner. I'm not gonna show you guys. I really like this building. This building looks old. very old architecture style. This neighborhood is really a hodgepodge of old and new styles. This is very like this building, this wooden building. These wooden buildings will survive like earthquakes. See, a lot of these buildings, right? A lot of these replacement buildings, right? They were all buildings destroyed during the last earthquake that killed a lot of people. But I see all these wooden ones will survive. Very beautiful wooden building. That's my favorite cafe, Vendors Coffee over there. This is a walk through a real Turkish neighborhood. This is something you will not experience no matter how many times you come as a tourist. You will not experience walking through a place like this. You say, this place, oh, a dirty looking cat. He was going, dirty Rani. Oh, what a beautiful cloudy day. But honestly, even cloudy days, right? It's not 100% safe. You want to walk out in a cloudy day, you have to make sure your sunscreen is on. SPF 15++, solid, you know. It's a primary school here, or elementary school. Oh, you see that water tank over there? That's Ottoman era. This water tank. It's a fresh water tank. Ottoman era. And here we are for the second half of our stream today. Oh. And my favorite seat. So the guy knows what I want, so I don't have to actually go there and tell him. Oh, I feel so just sitting in a cafe. It's not nice and cozy, so good. Günaydın. Aynı. Sing. Merhaba, sing. Aynı. Yeah.
Gibt noch eine Verpackung, die ich damit drin habe.
So filter coffee. Oh, it's filter coffee. Look at that, how it filters down here. I never understand why it needs to go through the loop thing though. Hi Jared! Wow, haven't seen you in a long while. Welcome. So today, for those of you who missed it, today for the first half an hour of today's live stream, we took a walk through the park. Took a walk through my neighborhood park, and then took a walk through my neighborhood, and ending up here in my favorite cafe. It's a nice and cloudy day, that's why I'm out. If the sun is out, then I will stream from home. And the coffee. No, both bad. Both bad a period of Altan Maria. Teşekkür ederim. Oh, Laura, long time no see. Wow, welcome. Wow, so nice to see all the old friends coming back again. Yeah, Jared, Laura. Man, you guys come back after so long, you missed the highlight of the day. Yeah? For the first half an hour, I took you guys to my neighborhood park. Take a look at the park, take a walk through the neighborhood, and I just arrived at the cafe for my cookie and coffee. So glad to see you again. No, there's something interesting about these cookies. Here in Turkey, they serve them hot. I've not had any dessert of cookies in any other countries before I come to Istanbul. Okay, I'm just not a dessert person, so I don't know what they do in other countries. But serving cookies hot feels like a really interesting thing. Like it's something new. Do cafes in your country serve cookies hot cookies? Hot cookies really is a thing here, no? Almost every cafe serves their cookies hot, including Starbucks. Turkey. Good morning, Kim Gill. All of you missed the highlight of the day. For the first half an hour, I took you guys on a walk through my neighborhood park at my neighborhood. First half an hour. So if you missed it, do rewatch the first half an hour. Honestly, I really enjoy. I really love just sitting here in the cafe, more than walking out there, walking around. Yep. I introduced the weather and everything in the first half an hour. Yeah, it's spring right now. Spring is in the air for real. Nobody's wearing padding anymore. And nobody's wearing paddings anymore. It's about 13 to 15 degrees Celsius right now. Krokinande. Even so, sasara gucu. Sasara gucu. Even though it's 13 to 15 degrees Celsius, if we wear this, wearing like this, still feels chilly and cold. Especially out in the park just now. Even though it's 13 to 15 degrees Celsius, wearing this is still feels chilly and cold. Good to feel my energy level as well though. When energy level is high, you tend not to feel cold that easily. Yeah, and Kim still remembers this is my new spring wardrobe. Thanks a lot, appreciate it. Like, I really appreciate how you're following me and really like a friend or like a close friend, knowing what I do, what I've done, what I bought for spring. You know, right now you guys are carrying a part of my history right now. In the end of the day, right, what makes relationships special, what makes relationships unbreakable, is how much of each other's story, each other's history you carry. This is what makes long-time husbands and wives so hard to break up, you know. You carry years or decades of each other's history, without which you feel like that part of your life, that 10 years or how many years of your life has disappeared, you know? But of course all these are just playing out in your brain, right? It's just in your head, it's nothing to do with reality. Oh. Everybody's wearing so little down the street today. Watanabe-san. Hi Limpeh, one more question on energy level. How do you know your default energy level is higher than before? You know when you first experience, when you start to experience your energy level for real, then you know. So most people don't really know. Most people, like I said, most people cannot differentiate between your mood, your energy level, your emotions, because you have not experienced your energy before. Once you have experienced it once, you start to know, oh, okay, this is my energy, this is my mood, this is my everything. And then you begin to be able to know whether, relatively where it is. Takes a certain level of attainment of having experienced your energy. Either through shunya or kriya, yeah. Now even like this, even if I'm just sitting here, doesn't mean I have lower energy than and people who doesn't mean they have higher energy than me, You know what time I am? You'll be surprised how little people actually, most humans actually experience life itself. Everybody think they know who they are, they think they're experiencing them, but they're not. They're really missing out on 90% of the things that's going on within themselves. So asikin asu, but it's quite a pity to live as a human but have no experience of, but have none of the internal experience of a human being. Most people don't, You think you know very strongly what you are and who you are and what you as your life is like, but you actually don't. What you're experiencing right now is no better than a dream. You're just dreaming through life. Most people, 90%. You have no actual experience of life. Most people. Right, therefore, most people don't even know what life is. When they talk about, oh, you have a life or you have no life, they don't even know what they're talking about. And most people, they can't even define what life actually means at all. To them, oh, this is life. When I die, is no life. When I hear, I life. No, that's not it. That's not life. When you die, doesn't mean you have no life. When you're alive, when you're not yet dead, doesn't mean you're alive. Huh? There is a distinction. In fact, there are so many distinctions about the experience of life itself. Right? When you get to the certain level of it, where you can dissect all these different experiences of life within yourself, then you really start living. Then you really start to understand, oh, this is being alive. This is life. Most people unfortunately do not have an actual experience of life. To them, life is just an endless toil through samsara. This is what Buddhism have been talking about forever. It's just toiling through samsara and then dying one day and then coming back and repeat this thing again and again. And therefore, when you think about it that way, life is a toil, everybody wants to break out the cycle. Why? Why do most people, oh, I've had enough of this, oh, I don't want to be reborn again. Everybody do that, right? But why do Bodhisattvas or Pusha, Bodhisattvas and Buddhas voluntarily get reborn? voluntarily come back to this world. Why? Because it's fun. This world is fun, This world has very rich experiences, And therefore, bodhisattvas and arhats, they voluntarily get reborn to come back to experience this all over again. If it's not fun, why would they do it? But what most common people have on their mind is, oh no, I want out of this cycle, I want out of samsara, I want never to be reborn again. This life is too much suffering, too much toil. That's what they talk about, If life is really the way you think, if really life is just a process of hammering you into discipline and pushing you onto the path of enlightenment, why would bodhisattvas and arhats voluntarily come back? I would voluntarily come back as well. I'm not even close to being a bodhisattva or arhat. Why? Because once you look past the toil of life is, and you start to have a real experience of life is beautiful. This world is so beautiful. In fact, I don't even want to come back. I don't want to get reborn and do this again. I just want to just stay here and experience it for another 500 years. Yeah. Because going through the process of growing up into an adult is quite a bitch. I don't want to have to go through, waste 20 years of doing that again. I just want to keep going for the next 500 years. I'll be happy, If this, see, that's why, today, right, these days when a lot of people when they start their journey in spirituality, and a lot of serious Buddhists, right, they start out on the wrong foot, They always tell their guru or their master that I want to reach enlightenment, I want to stop being reborn again. Life is a toy, it's suffering, I want out of this cycle. This mentality itself is the problem. This mentality itself, in fact, will prevent you from reaching enlightenment ever. In fact, this mentality itself, you won't even reach arhat level. You won't even reach arhat level with this mentality. Yeah, when Watanabe is on, I know I'll be talking spiritual stuff. Karang-Guni man here in Istanbul. This is very, very mainstream, by the way. People of all ages do this job. Even very young kids, they do this job. From young kids to old ladies, they do this Karang-Guni job. I think in the first place, right, people have to come to an understanding that the most fundamental thing about life is first attaining the ability to experience life. If you do not have this ability first and foremost, then life will pass you by no matter what you do, no matter what religion you preach, no matter what you do or believe or don't believe in, life will pass you by. If you do not have, first and foremost, focus on achieving an ability to perceive life. And I would say, out of the two main practices, Shunya, Kriya, Shunya is what allows you to achieve an understanding of the experience of life. Yeah. So Watanabe, you were asking me about Shunya and Kriya just now, right? This is the role of Shunya. This is the role of Shunya meditation, which is, it connects you to the source of life, that for a split second, even for a split second, you have a glimpse into, oh, this is life. And then after that, you go back to the dreamy state of life. But at least you start to understand. You start to develop an experience of life, real life. What people call real life these days, it's not real life. What people call real life these days is a story in the head. Got little or nothing to do with reality, What people call real life these days. So a lot of people are quite concerned, oh, are we living in a simulation? You don't even have to go that far. Why? Because you are already living in your own simulation. You're living in your own dream right now. Even as we speak, even as you watch this live stream, you're living in your own dream right now. Even this level, you are not escaping the dream of your own imaginary mind right now. So why talk about whether or not we're living in a computer simulation? It's completely irrelevant for most people. Until you have attained the true experience of life itself, then that question becomes relevant. Mrs. Anita, oh, first time seeing this name on my live stream, welcome. Hi, can we stay in Istanbul without knowing the language? Very hard. You need to know some Turkish, and it's not hard. I'm telling you, the amount of Turkish language you need to know in order to kind of like survive Turkey is you need 1 day. Just take 12 hours to watch videos on Turkish language basics, and you'll be done. 12 hours, you have all the Turkish that you need to survive. Numbers, days, greetings, and common phrases. That's all you need. Common phrases, how to order things, how to tell things. That's all you need. In fact, in my experience, you can get away without knowing Turkish language better in Turkey than you can get away without knowing Korean language in Korea. Not knowing Korean language in Korea is handicaps you way more seriously than not knowing Turkish language in Turkey. At least the writing here is in ABC, and most of this vocab that are borrowed from English, you can guess the meaning, But you go to Korea and you look at Hangul and you tell me how you guess the meaning. Mabel Tan. Hello Limpeh. I feel like I'm living in the dream state most of the time. Yeah, that realization is the first step. Less feeling of life pleasure and less feeling of negative emotion too. Have you ever felt this way? Less feeling of pleasure and more emotion, good or bad, is a bad thing. Okay? The real experience of life is capturing everything. It's the ability to experience everything without filter. So when you have achieved a real glimpse into what life really is and the experience of life, there will be no more such thing as a positive or negative emotion. There will be no such thing as feeling pleasure or not pleasure. Everything is an experience, and you experience it fully and deeply. That's why for most people, you have no experience of life because you are filtering everything for the experience of life. You live in a dreamlike state. That's what I'm talking about. That's 99.99% of people out there. You come to this earth once just to toil, just to suffer, just like the Bible says. All these are just suffering. All this is just no point. Why? These are written by people who has no real experience of the experience of life. I'm going to share with you that life can feel very different from what you're feeling right now. Life you can experience life very differently. This is the same life, same world, same earth, but you will see and feel and hear different things in this earth itself. Yeah. There is so many deeper levels of experience of life. You'll be shocked that the reality that you think is reality is not that solid at all. It's not that solid. Everything you see around you, all the things you think is like, it must be like that, it has to be like that, this thing is like that thing is not so. Not so at all. We are literally living in an ocean. We're living in the liquid ocean right now. You may not think so, no? But we are actually living the reality of the life that we're living in right now. The problem is you don't feel that way because you're limited by your five senses, and even worse, you're not even fully receiving information from five senses. You think you're seeing something, but you're not. Okay? Wow, people in t-shirts already, look at that. 现在捧拿起已经难得有人可以用了这出这个手 even though this is spring but wearing like this is still very cold. I wear this just now in the park. Oh, it was very cold. We're living literally in an ever moving ocean. There's no emptiness here, no. This is not emptiness. I'm not waving at my hand through nothing, not through air only, you know. I'm literally waving my hand. In fact, there's no such thing as my hand though. This thing is moving through this thing. It's part of this thing. It's easier to understand it as everything drawn on the same canvas. But what is the canvas? The canvas is life. So how do you perceive this canvas? This is the whole key to a true and deep experience of life. For most people, you have no experience of life. You have only experience of a story. You have only experience of being in a story, a very limited story given to you by your family and the society. You have no experience of what life really is. And those people will tell you, oh, you don't have a life. This is real life. No, this is not real life. You're just living a very limited story. In fact, you're living a hand-down, recycled, old and better story. not even a new and original story. Not even your own story, you know, all handed down to you. You're living a handed down. It's like you're perpetually wearing your elder brother's clothing, you know, never having your own clothing. You know, that's what most people's experience of life is like, you know. So unfortunate, you know, so pathetic. To forever be living a handed down idea, to forever be trapped within a handed down bound set of rules, to forever not having a true experience of life. It's a waste of your 90 years visa here now. Handyman, Turkish handyman. These people are not karang-guni, they go around doing odd jobs, you know, if you need something fixed or what. Handyman. So in answering your question, one part of your question, Amigo, to me there's no such thing as a positive and negative emotion. No, there's no such thing as a good or bad person. There's no such thing as a good or bad situation. So the way you write your question in the first place is trapped within that samsara framework of good and bad, positive and negative, which is pretty much the other side of the veil. That mindset is exactly what will not allow you to pierce the veil and experience and see what life really is. And this is why I keep preaching, discard your labels and identities, throw away your moral standards and rules. Because all these things are very fluid, these are not real things. The reality of life is just I will sum up the reality of an experience of life in just a few words. No good, no bad, no here, no there, no you, no me, no high, no low. 无言而鼻舌身语，无色声香味触法，无眼见乃至无意识界，无名亦无名尽乃至无老死亦无老死尽，无苦集灭道，无智亦无得亦无所得故，菩提萨埵。That's the real experience of life. See you guys tomorrow. Annyeong.